Welcome back to another sketchbook tour. This time I'll show you my sketchbook number 44. Hola, ¿cómo están? For those who don't know me, I'm Nathalia. I'm a Colombian illustrator. Excuse my voice. I have a flu. What to do? And I'll show you this time this sketchbook. I have a bit of everything here. I have a still life, human figure, I have a bit of landscape, and everything is explored through mixed media, and if you know me, a very playful and colorful style. I'll be sharing a bit behind each drawing, where I was, what inspired me, what I was thinking. And my hope with this video is to motivate you to start your own sketchbook practice. There's no perfect way of documenting your daily life through drawings. It's just a creative practice that is gonna fill your daily life with joy. So you can start. And if you need a bit of company to start, you have my Patreon, where I share every week new content, videos, tutorials, working process, so you can get some inspiration. And once a month we gather and we sketch together on an online drawing session. So let's flip through this sketchbook. This is the first Winsor & Newton sketchbook I finished. I got this on Amazon and it's just perfect, because normally sketchbooks, they don't come in this weight. This is 170 GSM and I think is perfect for mixed media. I think that 200 GSM for me is too much, but this one works just perfect. I'm also not used to these rings, but I don't know. I've liked this sketchbook a lot. I got another one. And it's funny because I've never seen this sketchbook on the art stores here in Barcelona. So it has a bit of a tooth here, if you see, yeah. But it works just fine, even with color pencils. I really like the finish. This sketchbook I started when we went to a bar with some friends, was drinking wine, as you see, and here I was using these watercolors. I always forget the name, and it's not like in Spanish or English, so I don't remember, but they are from Holbein. I might leave a text somewhere here. It's like a weird color palette, but they are very nice watercolors, like very pigmented. Again, same, some friends, another friend that he also likes to draw, so I was painting him, and I add sometimes also some text here, of course, normally in Spanish. Here I was just walking down the street and there was a band playing. I took a photo and later at home I drew them. Here also another bar. You're gonna say, Nathalia, you're always in bars, but not really. I just take always my sketchbook when I go out, and I also go out for other things, so no worries. Here this was during a gathering with some friends. I have a couple of friends that they follow a religion called Baha'i, and I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a relatively recent religion, and I really like it because it's very peaceful. They don't try to impose anything, and it's just a space where we can talk about deeper topics. So I really like that, because a lot of times we meet with friends and we never really go into those deeper conversations. So in this page, I glue some of the phrases from that day. We were talking about service, how we serve others. And here I painted my friends here. So yeah. The paper really holds a lot of material, so that's nice. And here I went out for pizza and I drew the man who was serving us. This was also based on a reference photo. It's a very good pizza place near my house. And I actually like
a lot. The color combination, you know, here the blues, and there everything is kind of like full, the background, the table, the character. And I'm just insisting on drawing people again and again when I go out, because that's how I've been able to improve. I didn't do this before, no. Here, this was with some photos from Pinterest, just an old lady with some pigeons. I think that was nice. And a girl with crow, I think is the name. I was not calculating very well the space, so it got like very long legs, the crow. Here I was just testing how to draw black cats, because I wanted to make drawing for my mom. She has a black cat called Atan, and yeah, I don't draw a lot of cats, so that was fun to do. This one was the October drawing session from Patreon. I always host every month drawing sessions with a different topic, and this time, because it was October, it was more about darkness and beauty, and we used photographs from Pauletta Ormina. She's an American photographer known for her still life images, photos. Very, very, very nice images. They're like inspired on 17th century Dutch and Spanish painters, and I think her images are absolutely beautiful. And it aligned a lot with the October theme, you know, without needing to be pumpkins and skeletons, basically. So images, you can see the still life with lots of colors, and then the background is dark. So we were just playing on how to make darks or blacks without using black. Each month I think about different themes so we can explore something new together. And you can see here the flowers, the fruits. Sometimes there's also like insects and birds, which I assume are taxidermy because that's the feeling they give in the photograph. Everything feels very still, but it's beautiful, you know, all together. I also went to a wedding, my first wedding. I've never been to one before, apart from my parents, when I was like 5 years old. And it was outside Barcelona, a beautiful village, like in a Masia. And here I was just drawing myself with a friend. The Masia is here behind. I don't like the results. I was trying to make my tattoos. But yeah, it looks just fun. You can see that I also made a special portrait from the wedding for the couple, my friends, and the process is in my Instagram if you want to have a look. I wanted something like more Halloweeny, and I took some images from Pinterest and I was drawing this. Here, this was with an online workshop with Kasha Kuna. She's great at drawing people. So we were just drawing from a video, which I think is very nice. Video of like a live video, like a camera in a cafe. So everyone was doing everything like selling, the barista making the coffees, and we were just like trying to catch those figures as they move. And I was just here like writing some of the things she was saying during the session. I also saw this guy on Pinterest with some hens, so I wanted to draw that as well. This was the menu of the wedding, so I just pasted there. I wanted to, you know, to be able to put it all together with a drawing or something like more nicely, but I didn't know how to, so I just like to save these memories, and I just put it there. Another image just from Pinterest, random images. Here I was also trying to put all together like things I got that I was saving, like receipts, the metro pass, some of the tickets from the museums, but I'm still not sure how to do that properly, so I was just doing like a mess of collage here that doesn't, I mean, like in terms of design or like nice composition in collage, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but at least I have these memories, you know, of things I did before, which I think is nice also to save. I was using here also a reference image. I think this was also from the workshop with Kusha, I guess. And I made just a very quick sketch on pencil, and then I add a bit of watercolor. Here we were also with some friends, and one of my friends who she loves to cook, she was cooking for us rava fried prawns. That I guess that's an Indian recipe, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I was just drawing her while she was cooking. This was the other friends waiting for the food. Basically, you can see here the plate, drinking red wine. And yeah, it's just a new feeling, you know, because I was just drawing, you know, the space or everything but people before, you know, on location. Now that I get to draw the people, of course they have this feeling of, okay, Natalia's looking at me because she's drawing me, we're gonna see the results. So it's just always like this expectation, and it's like tranquilos is just a sketch, because it of course puts me in the spot basically. This was from, I think was November, I guess. November drawing session. We were drawing desserts. I love this theme. It's very nice. And I really like the sketches because it was just 5 minutes, 10 minutes sketches, and the outcome was very nice. Cupcake, cake with a coffee. Also the colors, very pastel colors. I think that's very nice. Here, this pudding. I love this pudding. It's very, very nice. Some fruits. So yeah, just if you don't know what to draw, if you don't want to draw alone, we can draw together every month, and we always have a good time. This was also in a cafe. This was the plant from the cafe. I don't remember. I think this was an old. Sometimes I go back in my gallery and I like to draw like old memories. This was me having the last time I think I had a coffee with my mom. Imagine, that was in June 2024. So I invited her. We went for coffee. We had a cookie and a carrot cake in a very nice coffee shop in Cali, and I can't believe it has been like so long already. I was also here in outside. This is Santa Maria del Mar, a church here in the center of Barcelona. Just trying to catch the urban scene that I used to draw a lot of urban, like urban sketching before, and I just leave it aside a bit to draw another topics. And now when I'm in front of a building, I'm like, okay, I'm not sure how to approach that sometimes. Cookies that become flowers. Here I was trying to draw some cookies. This was, you can see, like I started with this rounded figures, and then it didn't make any sense. Like, it didn't look like cookies. So what I did was, look, okay, these cookies are gonna become flowers. So I started doing the rest so that it looked like flowers. Basically, that's why I put this title. I was here testing some of new colors I got. Very nice, from Holbein Artist. I never tried before. Holbein artist color pencils, and they are nice. I was just looking for an like another option that wasn't the Carandash Luminance, which, I mean, they're getting too expensive, like too expensive. So I was looking for something similar, a bit. It's just like some cents, some centimos of difference, but you know, like buying one another pencil, it makes a difference. Here, this was in a live, in an Instagram live. I was trying those materials I told you that I got from Arte Miranda. Arte Miranda is an online shop, and I mean, and also they are a physical store here in Spain, and they are very good on e-commerce. They have a wide range of materials. It's very nice. And I don't remember this. I think I had here a stain of, yeah, you can see here I had a stain of acrylic paint, and I wanted to do something with it, but I just didn't know what. And this was with a reference, with a photo I had in my gallery from some succulentas, and I just did that. It's not the best color combination, but yeah, just I don't like to leave pages without paint. I feel like I'm wasting paper, so I like to see everything full. This was in December drawing session with Viola. Her art is beautiful, and we just managed to also choose a topic which was kind of cozy, not necessarily Christmassy, but you know, with this feeling, you know, of family and gathering and coziness. Oranges. It was basically like oranges and like a still life. This was like some decorations with stars. I mean, you cannot see the image, but it was very nice. Here, like in a vase, in a, no sé cómo se dice esto, un envase. The images, the idea was to draw fast. I really like to draw fast. I think you can get very nice results. Here also, like this was like a Christmas decoration, I guess, because it was like a tower of oranges with the moño here. I don't remember how it's called in English, and the candle with some olives, and the glass, the cup here decorated also. This was another like ornament with this pines. Yeah, pine cones. So pine cones and more oranges with leaves, and it was very nice to capture. This was the last drawing. Also some pomegranates. I don't remember what is this. I guess another fruit. And a poem. She always gives like a final exercise, like more to reflect on something. And we were reading this poem called The Orange by Wendy Cope, and it was very nice. Here I also had like a base of acrylic paint. You can see here the color, this, and I didn't draw anything on it until I was trying to, this was like the last pages I was missing, you know, to finish. So I was just drawing some fruits also. Figs, pomegranates. I don't love the color combination, but I think it's also the feeling it gives because of the background paint. Here I went to draw to Montjuic. You can see here the teleférico, the cable car, and this was like a small pond, right? Like small pond with frogs, and I also saw a rat. Imagine, in that moment it was cute. In that moment I was like, okay, this is cute, I'm drawing, and the rat just passing by between the bushes. But yeah, I was just romanticizing a bit. And Origo, a very nice bakery near my house. We were having un rollo de cardamomo, cappuccino, y cortado. This looks like a nest. Imagine, this looks like a nest, but it's just like a cardamom roll. Here, I went also to Montjuic. Montjuic is a beautiful place, green area, neighborhood in Barcelona, and it's very near my house. So when I need fresh air and I need open space to draw, I always go to Montjuic. So from Montjuic, you can see the port from a higher point, because it's like kind of a mountain. And I was drawing here the port. This is one version. This is the other. I was seeing the tower of the cable car, which is the antique tower. And this was in December, so I remember seeing all the Christmas lights from there. I don't know what is this. I was going to my yaya's, to my grandmother's house, and I was trying to choose the color palette. And this was some of the things I got. Like, I remember going to Tierra Burrito, a restaurant, another buffet restaurant. I don't know, just that chocolate we bought. So I was just pasting things randomly. As I said, it's visually doesn't make it's not looking very nice, but I just like to also leave these memories here. Here I was drawing my yaya cooking some arroz con huevo, eggs and rice. We were having dinner together, and I'm very, very grateful able to draw her. And because I used to go before, and I was not making time to draw, but this time I had that as a purpose. Like, okay, I need to draw as much as possible. This was some of the landscapes from the ride in train from Barcelona to Madrid. Then from Madrid we went to Tomelloso, which is where my yaya lives. Here, this is my brother. He was playing Nintendo in the train, so I drew him as well. Here we were having a beer en el centro del pueblo, in the plaza, and I was with my brother. This was like at 1 p.m. and I remember taking a photo and sending to my mom, and she was like, "Mi nena, why are you drinking so early?" And I'm like, "My mom, like, we're just in vacations, no worries, it's just gonna be one." So yeah, that was fun. I remember that from this drawing. This is a table my yaya has, full of mini, like, small photos, like this, like carnet photos, and it's full of these photos, so I wanted to capture that as well. This is Christian again, playing with the Nintendo, and he was telling me that people stress him, and I was like, yeah, you're right, people stress me as well. This was another table with different things, like mainly Christmas decorations, as you see. Here we went to a restaurant. We ate arepa con carne desmechada y queso, which is arepa with desmechada. I don't remember, like this carne, meat, and cheese, basically. Was good. My yaya again with her beautiful blue eyes that I was trying to make them right. Here, yaya again in the kitchen. You can see the kitchen behind. She has a notebook where she writes the math, the numbers she needs, so she doesn't forget. And this was also a page that was missing, so I did this at the end. I saw like an image from Pinterest and just writing something that came out at that moment, something that I've been feeling a lot, you know. Un acto de amor también es alejarse para cuidar de nosotros mismos y de la otra persona. That's very important. Sometimes we need to let go, basically. My brother, from another photo with Luna, with the cat and the Christmas tree behind. I really wanted, you know, that Christmas vibe in my drawings those days. And this is Mickey, also the pet from the house at my Jaja's. Here I went to outside Barcelona. This was like a company event for December that my brother invited me, and I was just capturing the Masia. This is another Masia, very nice place. You can see here that this is like a sculpture, and the sculpture is like a woman with a rabbit and a rooster hanging. Imagine. Another from the port. This is also like label. I think it was nice, and I just did like the bottle like this, very abstract. On some images, I went to the market, to Mercat de la Boqueria here near, very touristic place, and I took some photos and I draw from them. This was a combination between the photo of the entrance, where you can see here, this is like the entrance of the market, and this is from another photo with the oysters and the sea urchins is the name. So these are two different versions. And here also from the same market, just in the pescaderia, in the fish area, I was throwing it as well. I made this woman selling some vegetables, and I just pasted this as a collage here. Here also in a sketch meeting, I drew this guy that I didn't know, and I showed him, and he liked the drawing. This was also from the bar. I was just drawing some of the bottles. And this is from the last video I recorded for YouTube. I wanted to make again some desserts. We're almost finishing. This was from January's drawing session. I loved this session. I think it was very nice. We were drawing veggies, vegetables from the market, and the images, like the selection of images, I really think about it. It takes a while for me because I don't want to just choose any picture. And this one was like just bunch of veggies. They're like all together with leaves and flowers. So it was like a combination. It was kind of abstract, and you couldn't see properly any of the vegetables. So I think that was the nice. Like the nice part of the image, that you could have. How would you capture this? Basically, how would you capture this? Would you like it to be more realistic? Would you like it to be more abstract? And also, like, the colors were very vivid. I think it was a very nice reference image. This was also one which I made like a twist, and I added the sink this way, which was not in the photo, but that's nice. Sometimes it's nice, just to invent more stuff into your drawing so it looks more attractive. From a drawing session with Viola, I think we were drawing just with three materials. That was quite of a challenge, and I did this. I was also drawing here an old man, same photo, but different, yeah, like composition basically. And here I had also like a stain of color. You can see here this red and this here, and I didn't know what to do, so I just draw this still life. I also had something here, like some papers, paste, and what I did was also just keeping the same theme of the cafetera and the coffee machine. And I really like this. What's the name of this? Yeah, like this pattern and the colors, very nice. Here I went to a Peruvian restaurant and to have ceviche, of course. So this was what's the name where you put the glass, basically, and I put it here because I think it was very nice. La Punta Callao is the name of the restaurant, and here I tried to make like kind of a ceviche, just in a very, just like focusing on the shapes I was seeing. And this was from some of my process videos on Patreon, just sketching people around the table, how I approach that topic. So at the end of this month, we can draw together people at cafes. That's the idea. And this was the colored version, which I also show the process, everything on my Patreon. And here I was also testing some of the new color pencils I got from Himi Media Arts, which is like a Chinese brand. It's very nice, and I was just testing it here. My Monstera, which is also like a protagonist in my sketchbook always. She's next to me here, and I always like to draw her. It's a very lovely companion, my Monstera. And here again, testing the color pencils. And that's it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you like it and you feel inspired to open your sketchbook. If you like these videos, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.